Howdy, Beto. Hey, Clear Lake, how y'all doing? Good to see y'all. What are y'all up to tonight? Y'all got anything really pressing and going on? Hey, Dean, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Hey, Sterling, how you doing? Hey, Nickel, Clear Lake, how you doing? Good to see you. There's your link there, Nickel. So if we happen to see, you know who, our happy little blue girl, if she comes in, she can't get to you. Good to see everybody. Hey, Lucky Star, good seeing you there, little lady. Good to see you. What's up, Nicole?
Yo.
You having a good y'all are you getting sunshine? Are you getting hey there, red light? Good to see you, Dean, Sterling, let's see who else. Everybody okay.
We got sun. We got sun today, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow, I think.
We've had nothing but rain all week. You know that what they call a cyclone came through here and just brought a ton of rain. And luckily, most of it went up to Seattle and south of here, down toward Northern California. So we got rain, but not tons of it, you know.
How did Dallas do today? You know,
Dallas won, believe it or not.
who they play?
They played the Commanders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's worth watching again. I got to watch the highlights again because in the last 2 minutes of the game, the Commanders kicked off. They scored, and they turned the score to I think it was 20-17 or something like that. 20-15, that's what it was, or something like that. And they ran back for 2017, and they ran back a punt, 95-yard punt. That was something.
Did Kansas City lose? You know, they had a big lead.
No, they won. Kansas City won by a field goal.
Yeah, but they were tied last I looked. I said, "Oh,
yeah,
man."
They won by a field goal at the end there. I was wondering if they were going to win. Yeah, that was crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, that football today, I haven't been able to keep up with it. I've had a lot on my plate today, so I've been trying to get everything going, and you know how it is. Never have enough time anymore. Lucky Star, good evening here, Sterling says. There we go. Let's turn my camera on. Let's see if can you see me? Okay, I can see y'all, and hopefully y'all can see me. So YouTube is still messing with me. I tell you, they took some more of my subs away, those dirty dogs.
I almost got to 700 subs, and then it got knocked back down to 693, and then now it's back to 694. So I'm getting close to 700.
Oh, I had 500 and I think it was 59 or 60, and they turned around and Tom says hi, Nickel. They turned around and knocked me down to 554. So I just I get emails from people when they sub to me. I get an email and see I can check, make sure, and I get subbed. And next thing I know, my sub count's going down. I'm like, man, I can't believe they're just staying on me. They're like get their foot on my neck, you know. So,
yeah, but your search is up. I searched for you and you came right up, so that's good. That's back.
Wow, that's really good. That's really good.
The West
possibilities. Do what?
The West Texas, they hit the jackpot today on theirs. He did he does a early Sunday evening live, and man, I think he's going to get 10,000 on it. It's like already it was I think it's probably already 2,000. I'm going, man, he hit the right nerve that time to get that.
Yeah.
I think that's the best one they've ever done.
Wow. I'm lucky if I get, you're talking about thumbs up. I'm lucky if I get, 50, I'm lucky if I get that. They have got me so crammed down that it's unbelievable how bad they're choking me out and trying to, but I'm not giving up yet. So
I called the upset. I said UCLA would beat number 1 South Carolina, and they did. 15 points.
Wow. I bet that was a heck of a game.
Well, if you're UCLA, it was. Not South Carolina. They pretty much mopped the floor with them. I mean, it was embarrassing. And so, yeah, I had that game, and then I was piggybacking someone else, and YouTube took down their original, and I said, oh, crap. I had to go do something. When I came back in, I didn't hear nothing. I said, uh-oh. So then I went and looked. So I kind of had to finish it with just commentary.
That's I tell you, just it's amazing when you see some of that stuff going on, and it's. I guess if YouTube likes you, you'll do well. There's some other what you would call channels that are having the same issue I am, that I was talking to some in another chat, and then he's having the same problem that he's getting hit, and he didn't have a strike or anything like that. So I guess I've got to be really, really careful what I say and do,
Yeah, once you get a strike, you're slowed down. I mean, it's like a different thing. It's like you're like the crazy uncle or something in the attic. I mean, you're not going to, like me. I can't do much ever since I got the strike. Even after they said, "Oh, it's forgiven" and all, and then I still can't do nothing. I don't get near the looks on anything anymore like I used to. So.
Yeah, they've really got you. And what they're trying to do, they sent me an email. Hey, Red Crawler, thank you for coming. Nickel stacking is being said. Red Crawler says hi.
Yo.
And so, but what they've sent me is emails trying to get me to pay for the stuff that they took away.
I never got that.
They just. Hey, their account, it's just bad all the way around, It's just bad. So I don't know. I do a lot of research when I do stuff and try and really look at different stuff. And yeah, I agree with you, Tony. I haven't given in to them. I'm still struggling, and I'm still, doing the thing. I thought about starting to add another day of doing like a midweek type stream about something, just to get on here for a few minutes. But hey, Sal, good to see you. You want to come up, Sal? You're more than welcome to. Let me give you a link. Yeah, it just I refuse to pay that. I just refuse it, and they just try and kick me in the nads, So have you been keeping up? Since Trump got elected, I've been watching and keeping an eye on silver and gold, and you see it fluctuating up and down and up and down, and it's not really making much gains. Hey there, Sal. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, sir. Welcome. Good to see you guys.
Thank you, thank you. So, and so I started doing some research into where all why is the price of silver so beat down still? And so, did you know, Sal? Did you know that uh, China last year? Now this is last year, 2023. They bought 1.1 billion dollars worth of silver. Uh, in silver ounces last year. Did you know that?
Yeah, I didn't know the exact number, but I reported on it that they've been buying a lot of silver in several videos. And what's really intriguing is they're buying a lot of unrefined silver, which doesn't get traced in the markets.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
that could eventually have an effect on the supply demand fundamentals. But I did a video just this evening about what's pushing and pulling silver prices, and one of the reasons why it's not moving as much. Um, uh, it's a good topic to discuss for sure, because a lot of people are very frustrated with it, and it's and I think I may have cracked the code as to why in my recent video, but I don't know. I mean, there's still a lot more to it. Silver is a very much a volatile metal, and it's very frustrating for a lot of people, including myself.
Right, right. And I have a feeling that just like you said, that China's been buying ships loads of silver ore out of Brazil. They're buying all the ore out of Brazil and South America. Hey, Joey, thank you for coming. All coming down there. And so they're buying it and shipping it back. So, like you said, they don't know how much silver is being taken off the market like that. And so, and you also have to think about India. India is a major player in silver. And they bought this year, last time I checked, they had bought over 70 million ounces of silver this year.
Yeah. So, yeah, they've been buying a lot too, especially since gold's price has been so high. They've been shifting a bit to silver for their festivities. It's so ingrained in their culture, both precious metals, and has been, especially in India, for so long. But now they've amped it up a bit. In fact, in that same video, I talked about the Indian market specifically. There's a lot going on, and now will this translate to silver prices actually going up? I don't know, man. It's tough to say. I don't want to. It should. It really should. Let's put it to you that way. But
I agree with you.
But don't the banks short it? Don't the banks short silver on a continual basis?
That's why. It's not just the banks. It's a lot of people holding those ETFs among other institutions and other holders and what have you. But yeah, there's a lot of shorting that's going on. The largest ever. I talked about that in the video as well too. There's the largest short positions ever in the history of the COMEX right now happening.
Exactly. And it's the 8 central banks that are doing that. Chase is one of them. Sachs is another one. There's quite a few American banks that are trying to control silver, and so they don't want to see silver go up. They want to kind of control that price.
I think the BRICS countries are going to try to corner the market on different metals before it's over.
Right, I agree with you. And they're just like nickel. Look what they did to nickel. And they took nickel and all the contracts in nickel and drove the price up, where they'd a few years back they took it off the market a couple of days where you wouldn't even sell it. Hey, Jamie Foxx, thank you for coming. It's quite volatile out there, and China has already bought 1% more silver this year as records than they did last year. So if they bought $1.1 billion worth of silver last year, they've already bought more than 1%. So what, $1 billion, 1% of 1.1 billion or more, percentage. And that's what we know of. And so with all that ore going over and being taken in process in China, we have no idea how much more, you know. And so I agree with you 100%, Sal, that as far as the price going up and them trying to corner the market, there's a guy I'm going to post some links after my stream tonight on Nehemiah. I don't know if you saw that out. He did that November the 20th. His name is Nehemiah, and he's predicting that silver, and he's got a lot of facts in the article. I couldn't remember all of them, but about making $100 an ounce. I don't know if I agree with him on that price, but I do feel that silver is going to go up. Hey, Silver Wolverine, thank you for coming. So
I would say watch out for those predictions. And I've actually interviewed Keith Nehemiah before, and he's known to kind of throw some numbers out there, and and it could. But here's the thing, when you look at all this, all of the ETFs out there, there's a lot of different ETFs. India now has, I think, 12 or 15 of them themselves, and it's grown. The mere existence of them, held by a number of different agencies, institutions, and people, by the way. It's really tough to say what's causing these big shorts and shorts happening. I think there is some of that institutional buying as well too. Big hedge fund managers and the like that are putting those bets. What's behind it, I don't know. But will silver hit this price? Will it break out? It could. I would be happy if we could see silver hit $40 next year because of some of this, but my guess is it probably won't do much more than that. And that's a pretty big climb. But when we saw what happened this year with silver, that is why it's possible that we could see $40 silver next year because of what's happened this year. But a lot of that is riding gold's coattails because of the sentiment of the market. Right now, silver's down 21 cents as we're broadcasting here now. And so it went from being up 12 cents. Now it's down 21 cents. It's a lot of back and forth in the markets tonight. And that's just in the Hong Kong right now.
Right. But let's compare to the 70s and early 80s. Gold was so high that don't you think that what made people invest in silver? And that's not really the case today for some reason. But gold is really high to buy. You would think that the people would then go to silver as their second choice.
Yeah, you would think so. And I think in India, that's what's happening. In China, that's what's happening. People are buying. I mean, the actual population is buying more, and also ETFs. And I think that's one of the reasons why, Nickel, we see the ETF ratio about 400 and some odd to 1. And it's crazy. The derivatives keep growing. They keep growing. And more people are getting exposed to the price from the ETFs. And I think that's, in a sense, can be a suppressive and manipulative force to some extent.
And all this with really silver being mined as a secondary metal.
Right. The most silver is out there is mined as a secondary metal, which means it costs less. The all-in sustaining cost. I did a video fairly recently about that, and I think it's somewhere. It ranges. You can't really peg it down because it depends on the mine, it depends on the company, depends on how they calculate all-in sustaining cost. But it's somewhere around the $12 to $14, $15 range for that mined as a secondary metal.
Okay, if copper dropped to $2 a pound,
how
would that affect silver, you think?
I think that'll pull on it hard because because the silver's mined as a byproduct of copper, lead, and zinc, and gold too, by the way. But I think it would probably pull on it hard because it's one of the things I think it's good to do is watch copper and zinc and lead mining and the prices. And it's loosely tied, especially to copper.
You're talking about metals. Did you hear about Texas opening up their own gold exchange in Texas?
Yes. And I'm going to do a video on that too. I saw the article about that. Yeah.
because that's where I was going now, because I just heard about it a couple of days ago. I hadn't had any time to do any research on that at all. But
yeah, and I haven't had a time to do it. I've heard about it a couple of days too, but other things came up with video and production. In fact, I haven't even recorded that video yet, but I think it's a good topic to talk about, and I think it's a exciting news to see, for sure. Yeah.
right, and if they do that, we're going to probably see Texas have their own Texas Goldbacks, maybe silver Goldbacks or silverbacks.
They got their own coins. They got.
Yeah,
I've seen them. Texas is ready. If the dollar collapsed, Texas would be fine. They're already.
Well, what are the coins? Because Texas Precious Metals is a private company. They're the only ones that they have their own Texas rounds, but I don't think they're coins, are they?
Well, Texas, they have their own developed, so they could go to a gold silver standard. They're ready. Texas is ready.
But they don't actually have them released yet, do they?
No. They've got it in case, kind of a thing.
Okay. Right. Yeah, they have their own depository, so that's definitely good. Yeah.
So I'm, me personally, I'm still pro silver, and Silver Wolverine says no to silverbacks.
I think they'd be cool. I think silverbacks, if you could make them affordable and everything, and produce them the right way, I think it'd be cool to have.
Well, and the thing is the Goldback really is a separate entity. I mean, you could have the Texas Goldback. It's quite possible, but it operates on its own exchange rate. That's what makes the Goldback work. Texas essentially would develop something different, which would be in competition with the Goldback. So in a sense, Texas may be the last place for the Goldbacks to appear. In fact, they may even write it in legislation down the road, because it'd be a competitor, and it might confuse. So that's the only other thing with what some of these states are doing. But it just depends. I don't know. Especially if they're going to issue their own silver coins or gold coins or what have you.
Yeah, that there's a lot of potential for it to go, and that's why I'm still strong on silver, even though people they're dogging it right now, and you're seeing the price kind of go down. You're getting a reprieve, really. If it's dropping down, it's a good time to buy it.
Yeah.
I don't think silver this year will hit 40. I think silver will probably more into like $35, $36 if it goes on another tear.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't even think it's going to hit 35. I made that prediction for the end of the year when it hit 28, and then it pulled back. It was 9 cents short of that, but I think it's probably going to stay by the end of the year, because remember, the end of the year is it's just over a month away now. So my guess is probably if we see 33, I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised if it went back to 33 again. But next year we could see 40, I think. If
I agree with
the same things that are going on now.
Yeah, 2025 is going to be a disaster, I think.
It depends. It depends on what Trump has to deal with as far as the economy and stuff like that. They're trying to crash. Some of the things I've heard that is going on right now, they're trying to crash the market as bad as they can for when Trump takes over.
Yeah, sabotage. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they're trying to give. They're doing the back door of giving Ukraine more money.
No, they've already got it packed. They've already got a package ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 275 billion, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's why do we need to give them more money? I think the House needs to stop that right now and just shut it down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's really a shame. They need to rein that in, and I don't know what Trump is doing behind the scenes, but apparently he's talked to both leaders, and something's got to stop there. It's so much death, and on both sides, and there's got to be concessions on both sides, but I think it can happen. But we need to stop. We can't afford to be we can't afford to be sending them any more money. or weapons,
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, I think they're going to give them upgraded weapons better than these rockets that can go. They can shoot into Russia. I think they're going to step it up even more. And UK is giving them additional weapons, so they want a World War III. I'm telling you, the warmongers, they want World War III.
Yeah, right.
Yep, they do. They really do, and they want Trump to have a mess on his hands to get in there. So they're doing anything and everything they can to create havoc for the economy and for the American people.
Right.
What I'm saying. So which is, you think about it, when you get fired from a job, what I've ever seen, you get your keys taken away and you're escorted out the door with your tools if you get fired for some reason. And look at the way Mr. Biden has been changed over to the new, but he's still got the keys to the city, and they need to take the keys to the city away from him. And Biden or whoever's behind the scenes.
Yeah, trade him for ice cream.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. That's right.
Yeah, trade him for ice cream. Yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that Steve LaPointe says hi, Nickel and Chad.
Yo.
Hey, Steve. Yeah, that's what they need to do. Tony says wage war on the cartels and take their cash.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, Tony.
Yep.
Would y'all be for that? Us to use military power and go into Mexico and wipe these dudes out, or only if Mexico agrees, or I think Mexico's got to be along with it. I don't.
Yeah. I think that, and I think that Trump can make a pretty convincing case because these cartels, they are sending in fentanyl that's made in China, and that fentanyl is coming in and killing so many people here in this country that that's an act of war. That is a freaking act. It's a poisoning. It's not. It's a poisoning.
Yep.
And so we've got to go after them, and more likely probably Trump can convince even that socialist president lady, whoever's in charge, whatever her name is now. I think that he can convince, and there's ways that he can convince her to make that happen.
Yeah, but do not share any intel with them, because there's too many of them on the payroll, and they will tip them off.
Well, exactly. That's exactly right.
I agree.
Yep. It's got to be open-ended to be able to strike, and not in coordination with Mexican. Well, yeah. I mean, there's probably some ways you can probably have Mexican troops be involved in that. But you've got to be able to be very careful how you share that information and be able to test it and vet that information, to be able to, so that it's not shared with the cartel members.
And how about Trump's people he's picking? Don't you both think he's doing a pretty good job? And don't you think these people will not leak? I mean, I think that was his problem last time.
Well, I'm a little bit worried about the Surgeon General, and I'm a little bit worried about the Treasury Secretary too, who was a Soros. For 10 years under Soros, that concerns me a bit.
Well, but talking about Soros is like what I kind of wonder. Now think about what I'm fixing to say, because they brought Matt Gaetz. They were going to try and put him as Attorney General. Now, by Trump doing that, do you think that he could be planning to figure out what Republican rhinos are for Matt Gaetz and his people that he's trying to get in? There was three different rhinos that were going to vote against him before he had nominated Pam Bondi. Do you think maybe that could have been like a little trap or something, that he wasn't really going to have Gaetz in there?
Trump said on the campaign trail that Matt Gaetz and I have a secret. That secret has not been revealed yet. I think that he knew exactly what was going to happen. And by the way, it wasn't just those three. There was a lot more that were not made public. And
right.
And And I think he knew that from the beginning. And by the way, that leads back to the Treasury Secretary, but we'll get to him in a moment, because I think that's part of what's going on there too. As for Gates, there's a couple different chess moves that Trump could have made. Number one is, and some of this has already been shot down. Number one is he resigns his Congress, his seat, so they close the investigation, which is a witch hunt mostly. And there could have been some embarrassing stuff in that ethics probe, but the ethics probe did not have anything criminal because they've investigated him for 2+ years. This is Merrick Garland's Justice Department has investigated him for 2+ years. If they're not going to find anything illegal, then certainly the ethics probe is not going to find anything illegal. That's number one. Cut it down to avoid any kind of embarrassment, because that's all they can do now, is just embarrass him for whatever escapades he may have done before he was married. That's number one. You shut that down, but you're still, even though you have resigned your seat of Congress, you're still Congressman-elect, which means that he can take office in January 1, I believe, or January 2nd, and whenever they get sworn in Congress for the 119th. He's already ruled that out. He said he's not doing that.
He gets the Senate seat. He's going to get.
That was going to be my next thing. Is that DeSantis would appoint him to the Senate, but now I don't think that's going to happen. And I'll tell you why. I think that he is going to probably be appointed, that does not need approval by the Senate, as a special counsel in the White House to be able to investigate these Congress people, because that is what has caused the feathers to be ruffled. Is him bringing up all this trading and all these insider trading by these congressmen in both parties, by the way. He's angered a lot of people, and this will give him free reign to do that.
Well, I'll tell you, even if he would have got the Senate seat, he would have had to still run for election when it came up, and they would have brought all this up against him when he ran.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So that's why I don't believe that's going to happen. Yeah, exactly.
But I like him. He's conservative. He's probably the most conservative member of the House when he was in there.
Yeah. He's pretty conservative. I don't know. Thomas Massie might be a little bit more conservative than him. But back to the Treasury.
Sal and Nickel, I think we're going to see some changes. What the surprise, because like you said, all the secrets that between Gates and Trump, we haven't seen them yet, and I think there's still more to come. And you could see Bondi stepping down as Attorney General in Florida. Maybe she turns around and appoints Matt Gaetz as Attorney General in Florida. Maybe also too, you got a little deal going here with the governor of Florida.
I don't think Pam Bondi is the current Attorney General in Florida. I think she was, but I don't think she is now.
Oh, okay.
But
I was thinking she still was.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna be either working under the Justice Department or maybe as a special counsel in the White House is my guess, but I could be wrong. Who knows? There's a lot we don't know. But the Treasury Secretary, my guess is probably he chose this person specifically because of that past, and maybe they had an awakening in a moment, and he made a deal with this person that they would do this to go along with whatever his plans are for the Treasury, and maybe to get him through there, or that if the Senate does pick apart this person, then they will be essentially going after a gay former Democrat, former Soros protege, going against one of their own, even though he's really kind of converted over. I don't know. It's really tough to make sense of it. That's the only thing I can justify, is that maybe he's thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead of us. And I don't know this person. I don't know other than what I've heard about what their background is, but we'll see here.
What's Kari Lake going to get? Surely she's going to get something.
Yeah, I don't know. He's appointed, I think, all 15 of the big cabinet positions. So she may be an ambassadorship. We'll see. Tony Erickson says it's going to be a bait and switch till the last minute. Yes, it very well could be. We don't know what they're going to do. It'll be very fascinating to see.
Yeah, see, that's what I think. If you notice, I don't know if you, and I'm sure you pay attention, the appointment of judges have been speeded up. And also, too, what I've noticed that Biden is trying to speed up the process of getting illegals through the system faster.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I heard about that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's interesting to see what's going on. I don't know how they combat it. I'm not there. I'm just a guy that works on with my hands and has tools, a mechanic. So that's my 2 cents worth.
How about is it going to 2025 going to be a bad year for banks?
I think banks are going to probably get smaller as far as less of them. And because of all the downsizing of even the branches, you're seeing less and less branches around. And so I think that you're going to see more absorption, like the big banks. I've been kind of watching the one bank that I think is going to be the Bank of America is going to be the one that's going to get pounced on and, be the fall person, So that's the one I think is going to be. That's what I'm watching, the stocks and stuff like that. What's going on with them?
Yeah, good. We've not heard about any bank failures for quite a long time.
Exactly.
But remember, it was 6-7 months in between the first ones last time, between the big ones that led to the financial crisis of 2007 and 2008. So if we see something like that happen in early 2025 and something big, then it's going to be an issue. I think it could maybe evolve around the commercial real estate crisis, which is still kind of there, but not really talked about a whole lot. And then the residential market as well. What's going to happen to the housing market there? There's a lot of different things that could come into play.
I think the market is starting to turn in Texas, is what I can vouch for that, because you're starting to see more builders coming in and getting plans and so forth like that. I can say that firsthand, what I'm seeing from people that I know personally. And so in Texas area with the drop in interest and who is in the office now, that people feel more comfortable about going ahead and build that house or buy that car or buy, whatever that's going to be financed. They feel more comfortable about what's going on in the as far as politics.
Yeah, my brother, he's in Texas. He said it's booming.
Yes. It's the number one economy in the United States.
Texas is right now. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they were talking about. I was listening to the governor of Texas and talking about the job creation was astronomical, of over 278,000 jobs that they have created already this year, and it's amazing to see it. And that's why you're starting to see now what's going on as far as politics, and I think you're going to see interest start. It wouldn't surprise me you see another 0.25% drop here pretty soon.
Yeah, it's going to happen on December 18th. I think that's still going to be a thing. I think they're going to cut then, but there might not be as many cuts in 2025 as they once thought.
Right. I think they're just doing that as a teaser to help kind of get the economy going in a good way. I've looking at my bank statements and stuff like that, looking at your interest and how much you're getting and stuff like that is slowly going down a little bit. And so it's kind of interesting to see the banks are not paying that much right now. And I tell you, it's disturbing,
Right. Sure is. Well, hey, folks, thank you, Rocky, for having me on. Good talking to you, Nickel, and everybody else. Gonna save my voice. Got to work on tomorrow's video, but I appreciate you guys.
Send me an email about the Texas before you do that Texas one, because I was thinking about pushing that out there too. and send me an email so I can make sure that I don't get your notifications much anymore.
Oh,
And
wow. Yeah.
I'm getting quite a few times. I just never see your stuff, and I have to go to your channel to look up your stuff that you've been putting out to get on there. So
Yeah, that's been a problem. Several people have said that, and it's frustrating. I don't know what to do about it. I just but I post 2 videos a day, working hard continually. But thank you, Rocky. Yeah, appreciate it, and thank you again for having me on. I appreciate. I hope you all have a wonderful evening.
thank you, Sal. Thank you for coming. It was great to talk to you, and thank you for coming.
Good talking to you. Take care. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. That was awesome. Awesome.
I wanted to wait till he was done, but I saw Silver Wolverine was talking to me in the chat. I couldn't say nothing. I don't know if he's still here. I did not know that. I understand why Michigan went after another quarterback because they have no quarterback. So yeah, I can see that, and they got money to buy, so I can see that. And Ohio State has to play Michigan their last game, and I'm hoping Michigan kicks the snot out of them. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe they can kick 20 field goals and win. I don't know. But, but you have no quarterback when your first option is a field goal. Oh, right. We're in the field goal range. Let's do it.
Yep, exactly. Well, look at the Cowboys. They don't really have their quarterback's hurt, and we don't have a running back. And, that's what it reminds me of. And they pay their quarterback a lot, but he's hurt. So, but they did good today. Did you see that game, Nickel?
No, I was doing I had to work today, but to get some stuff done before winter. But I had the women's basketball game, the number 5 UCLA Bruins at home versus number 1 South Carolina, defending champions. And I had to do that one because my Indiana Hoosiers beat. Oh, by the way, this is Texas too. My Indiana Hoosiers beat number 18 Baylor. The women, I couldn't believe it, but they did. So.
And Baylor, I like Baylor. My son went there.
Yeah, Baylor's got a pretty good basketball program. So, and Indiana had not been looking that good. So now they're 3-2. So we'll see if they rank them again. They might be number 25 next week. So we'll see. They'll have the worst record up there, but they beat number 24 California team. No, not California, Washington. Stanford. They beat Stanford when they were ranked. So
has Oregon been yet who they're going to play? I haven't heard anything.
No. They got one more game. They're going to play. Who is it they play the last one? Washington. And I hope Washington kicks the snot out of them too. But I don't expect that's going to happen. So
they're playing Washington State.
No, Washington. Washington State is like an independent.
Oh, okay.
Washington is in the Big Ten.
They're playing the Huskies and not the Cougs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's hope they can knock off them. That helps Indiana. So, but as far as I know, Ohio State just kicked the snot out of Indiana. But it was only Indiana's first loss. They lost to a number 2 team when they were number 5. They were expected to lose, and they haven't lost any of the crappy teams. They haven't lost any crappy teams like a lot of the other ranked teams have. So I still think Indiana is in. But they cannot lose to Purdue the last game. If they do, they're out. And Purdue has not won a game in the conference. So if they do that, they deserve to be knocked out. That's all I can say. And because it's Purdue. I mean, come on. So anytime you lose to Purdue, you should be smacked around.
Oh, Lord. Well, I was just going to say, I was looking at the time. You know what? I haven't got my order of my gold bars in, so I'm sending out.
Did you get the coins?
Not yet. I was going to announce that before while Sal was here, but I talked to my bullion dealer, and they have moved the delivery date to December 5th. Now, and they're saying, which I can't see why not, because I mean, I've been doing this for over two and a half months. I've been waiting on these, but the Mint has not produced the ASE, so I'm still waiting on my privy marks coming up, and they say I'm supposed to have them by December, or shipped by December 5th. So we'll see about that, but let's hope so. So if you go to my community page, I have a picture of the ASE Star Privy Mark, and they're MS70s. And I got a picture of it, and I'm expecting 100 of them come next month. So hopefully they get here, and this is what I'm going to give away tonight: is 2 consecutive nice crisp $2 bills. And so this will be what we're going to give out tonight. I'm out of gold bars, and so still waiting on them. It takes forever to get gold bars, but we'll get them. And so what I'm thinking, let's see how many we got in here tonight. I'll thank you, Barbara. Let's see who's all in here.
Yeah, Barbara took last week off, remember?
Yeah, she did. She sure did.
That election was very stressful on her.
Oh, Lord. There's 23 watching, it says. So what I'm thinking, let's go 1 through 30, closest number. And we will, the closest number to it. And let's start. Gold Chick's got 13. Yeah, she's on it. So let's go with it. All right, go ahead and go. We got Gold Chick 13 as the first one. So there we go. And Mr. Nickel will pick a number. I'm picking, Red Crawler's picking 69 for Barbara. You see that? Nickel, my life doesn't revolve around a felon.
Felon? Oh my.
Oh, Lord.
They put all that stuff on hold. I understand.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I think that stuff's gonna go away, Barbara. I don't think he's gonna be, I think it's all just gonna go away. So we'll see about that. So let's see. Barb is just want to snuggle up. Yep, there you go, Tony. Yep, there you go, Barbara. Barbara's all right. Barbara is all right. Well, let's see if we got anybody else picking numbers. Everybody got a number. There's Shadow Work, got 25. Okay. Barbara's sticking on 69. All right, Barbara. I'm gonna get on an airplane. We'll go have dinner. All right. I guess looks like everybody's done. Don't toy with don't toy with me. Oh, you'd like that, huh? Well, well, I like eating just as much as anybody else, Barbara. So I mean, I can get a plane anytime. Right now it's kind of tough though. All right, let's see here. Let's see who all we got. Are we all done with numbers? Okay. I think we're all done with numbers. And so Clear Lake got 9 in there. All right, let's see your number there. So Nickel. 24.
Very done.
All right, let's see who's the
closest. Could be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh man, look at Tony. He got 23. Gold Chick's got 13. 23. Tony looks like he's the closest without going over. Let's see. Water Possibilities 22, 28. Shadow Works 25. Wow. I think, Tony, you said the felon's going away. All right, let's see. Lucky Ha. That'd be great. You see what she's putting down there? All right, Mr. Tony, I'm going to write you down here. I'm going to put you on my pad. If I don't put you on my pad, I'll forget it. So, Tony. Tony got closest to it without going over. And let's see here. Winner. All right. There we go. All right. So there we go. So what does anybody else say about Silver? Do you think Silver, you had 23? Yes. Yeah, Tony, yeah, you were the closest without going over. Yep, Tony, you won. Yep, you'll get it. You got my email, Tony? Yeah, I'm going to put my email in there just in case.
I think he's in Wisconsin. So see, Texas to Wisconsin. Oregon to Wisconsin. Yeah, he ought to be able to get it in about a month. It would take about a month for the postal service to
I
get
tell you,
it.
they are so slow nowadays. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Now I have a joke, and there's one lady that all right, I'm gonna tell a joke, and I hope I don't offend anybody. So Barbara, you're the only lady here, but it's kind of a dirty joke in a way, but it's not too bad.
Lucky Stars a chick.
Oh, Lucky Star's in here. I don't see her. Where
No,
you? Oh, there you are.
So
I'm
it's Gold
sorry,
Chick.
Lucky.
Gold
All
Chick.
right.
Gold Chick is a chick.
Hey, Gold Chick's here. Okay. All right. I'm bad. All right. Now let me ask you this. This is a joke. What does spaghetti have in common with a woman? Spaghetti and a woman. What do they have in common? Yeah, real Italian breaks. Meatballs. There you go. Yep. Do we have anybody that what the hell? I'm sorry, Lucky Star. It was an accident. I'm bad. What does spaghetti have in common with a lady? It's loose. Okay. All right. Say it again, Barbara. What does spaghetti have in common with a woman? Oh my God. Did you get that, Barbara? Tom, you're on it, buddy. You are on it. Oh my God. They both wiggle when you eat them.
Oh Lord. Oh my.
Oh Lord.
Oh.
Slippery as hell, but fun too. Yep. Lucky liked it. Yep. Oh, Barbara says it's lame. I'm sorry, Barbara. I thought it was funny. Oh, they both wiggle. Yes, they both wiggle. Yep, there you go, Tom. I was surprised when you put that up there, Tom. You knocked me over with a feather on that one. Lordy, that was funny. So did Coin Crew still here? I saw him come in earlier, and I was kind of curious about what he thought.
That could be him or her. We don't know.
Coin Crew is Keith, and his wife is Mrs. Coin Crew.
Okay.
Yeah, she goes by Mrs. Coin Crew. So, yeah, Gold Chick says true. Yes. Hey, what do the gynecologist and a gynecologist have in what? Did you see what Lucky Star just put down there?
Yeah, they both explore craters.
I don't know. I was gonna let it. Yeah. spaghetti doesn't wiggle, it twerks. All right, Steve. Coin Crew is gone. Okay. All right. I was going to ask him about sales and coins and what he thought the silver going to do, but I don't see him. So that is. Does anybody have any other? What do you think silver's going to do, Nickel? You think I'm right?
I think it's going to go up. I really do, for the simple reason is that the war is escalating now again. And I always thought gold and silver were high over that. I didn't think it was over all these other stuff they were saying. So I always believed it was over the worldwide problems we're having. And,
right.
Inflation too. But inflation could shoot back up again, especially if they lower the rates again, and plus it's going to go up, plus all the other stuff that's going on. So I think there'll be a surge in inflation, and that's all because of Biden. I'm sorry, Barbara, but not really. But it's because, his policies, which are going to be intact all through 2025. So I believe inflation will shoot up some. So, and you see gold went back up. What shocked me when it went down like it did, I said, well, the only conclusion I got there is people sold their gold and put it in crypto because they thought crypto was going to the moon because Trump mentioned crypto while he was running. And I don't think he's serious at all about the crypto. I think he wanted their vote. He was reaching out to every group he could. And, let's face music. Trump is not going to be able to do half of what he's promised. He's just not. He's not going to have time to do but half of what he promised.
Right.
And I do believe that. So I believe silver. I'm going to stick with my $51 an ounce by December 31st. I may not get it, but I'm going to stick with that prediction I made a year ago.
I think silver will hit by the end of the year, probably about 35, 36 this year. But I think in 2025, I think we're going to see it at 40. I think it'll hit 40 next year.
I think it could be the year of silver next year. I think things are going to be really bad. It's going to take Trump a while to get things different or changed and undo everything Biden's done and get peace deals. And of course, he don't sleep. The guy works 18-hour days, but
yeah.
And he got more done the first 4 years of a president than any president ever last time. But this friendly Senate that's Republican, I don't believe they're going to go along with him on a lot of the things he wants. And look what he could have got done last time. But remember, McConnell in the Senate fought him when he got elected the first time.
Right. Tony says he's cutting his 50-ounce bar down to 1-ounce bars, our chunks. So what, Tony, you ought to have you a mold where you can pour 1 ounce rounds to do that. Yeah, Barbara says that she's got so much silver that she'd sell some of it. It hits 40. I think it's going to hit 40 next year. I think it'll hit 35 by the end of the year.
See, that's what drives it back down, though, a lot. So I am for keeping silver. I'm for keeping silver to the end. I won't even consider selling silver until it either gets to 200 an ounce or I get to age 62 before I'll even. I'm selling the gold jewelry and stuff like that while gold is really high. And then I think by Trump's second term or second year, I think the gold is going to start going down. I still stick with all that. I believe that's what's going to happen. And I think platinum and palladium will go up, and silver will go up and down like always. But platinum and palladium will start to go up because I think manufacturing and production is going to go up starting Trump's second year. And that means the more you use of that, the more you're going to need, and that's going to make the price go up. So that's
a good prediction, Nickel. I like what you're saying. Because I think if you see manufacturing go up, it's going to create stabilization in the metal markets, and platinum has been kept down quite a bit because platinum's more rare than gold.
Well, and it'll be your gas burning cars are going to produce. See, I think right now they're thinking, should we produce them because they got this EV crap that they want to do, and you don't want to get stuck with a bunch of cars.
Yep, exactly.
So I believe that they'll have the free hand to produce and go back like they were before. So therefore, I think the production of cars and trucks will go up. So
yeah, see, that's exactly what I think. I agree with you. I think it's going to go up. I'm not going to sell it. Even if it goes down, I'm going to hang on to it. They're not making. I don't think they're making enough silver right now. The demand for silver is so huge right now that just like China is buying. Like I said earlier, they're buying 1% more silver as far as total dollars. Now, last year in 2023, China bought $1.1 billion in silver. That's not including gold or anything like that. Now, if they've already bought this year 1% more in silver, I think they're trying to corner the market, like you were talking about, Nickel.
yeah, I think they are, and because they know metals are real money, and
right, exactly.
Not this paper stuff, and they know the United States is not very what would you say, responsible. We're not very responsible with what way we print money and what we use it for, and so they know that, and I think that's what's going to happen. And you remember also, China also keeps all the silver it produces, so they are stockpiling it and gold and buying it. So yeah,
I agree. Tony was asking me about if I heard about them. The government's buying up Castle Rock and the property in North Carolina for the lithium, and I did not. I heard they were going to try. I think BlackRock's got a part of that. So uranium is clean and green. Yeah,
if I were president, that's what we'd be doing. I'd be putting nuclear reactors everywhere. I think that's how we need to go for our energy. That's what I would be doing.
Yes, I agree with you. And I really think I think they found some lithium deposits in Wyoming that they said would be able to handle quite a bit of lithium in Wyoming. So
we used to get most of our lithium from China. So that's a good investment. Lithium's a good investment. I can only see it going up because I don't think we're going to get as much stuff from China in the future. I hope we don't. And China's getting prepared for all these tariffs that's coming their way. So
it's that it's going to be interesting how that works out. Especially because people are all worried about all these tariffs, but George Bush, or not George Bush, but what was his son's name? The junior
W.
Bush, who?
W.
Yeah. Bush, he had put a tariff on steel from China to level out the American steel, and so that's one of the tariffs that we had to level out the playing field. And Tony wants, yes, Tony, I will. Yes, I will. So,
yep,
that's your email address.
What Dean is saying, that's your problem. The environmentalists are going to fight any new mines.
Yeah,
whether that be gems, lithium, silver, gold, anything. They're going to say that you're destroying the environment. Of course, they're supposed to restore. Here we restore what we mine when they're done. Right. Mining.
Yep, I agree.
That goes into the price and makes things more expensive too. So.
Yep, exactly. Well, let's say it's 6:00 and my time, and it's time to say good night, everybody. And we will be talking about some more stuff next Sunday, and we will look forward to having y'all back. Barbara, hopefully you come back. We'll get to go to Slow Down. Maybe next year I'll get to go to your town, and I'll take you out to dinner or lunch or something like that, Barb. So I will see everybody, and thank you, Nickel, and everybody in the chat. Thank you very much. And y'all come back and see, and be sure to hit that like and love button and share me out, because they are kicking my tail. It's really getting bad with what YouTube's doing to me. So I appreciate everybody's help to hit the like and love button and share me out as much as you can. So we'll say good night and thank you very much. And you have a great week. Thank you, Joey. And y'all have a great night. Good night. And we'll end this thing.
Later, everybody.